guys, welcome back to our channel.
I'm Lesh.
And I'm Rach, and this is another episode
of Tipsy Talkx with LeshxRach.
Yay!
Before we go ahead and get started on things, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button.
Yes, we know you don't like this video, so go ahead. And this week's drink of the week, we have the apple cider mimosa.
Ooh,
yes.
Cheers. Let's see how she does.
I do cheers.
Okay. I like it.
I actually like the caramel.
I want to lick the caramel.
But I got the messy one, so I like it.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to see what's in this, it's a mimosa, so it's pretty self-explanatory. But go ahead and go to our IG, and you can go ahead and see the video there. We post it. So
Yes. So go ahead and get an episode. Which was good. What you been up to? While she's drinking, I want to sip a little.
okay, like I'm in mid drink. Honestly, not much. I'm not gonna lie. Just been stressed about moving
We are moving, y'all.
in a week, and
A couple days.
Wait, a couple days.
Literally a week.
Yeah. Okay. I'm thinking a couple days, like soon. But yes, in
A week and a couple days.
Okay. Oh, a week and a couple days.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah. So we're both moving. And it's been stressful.
First off, moving itself is stressful. And we
I
got
just paid the deposit to hold my place today. Like, I haven't been this last minute, I don't think, with anything. And that has been stressful on top of, like, work and everything else. So,
First off, it's stressful that we got a lot of shit in our house, okay? And I personally don't even know where I'm gonna live in. Partially. We're gonna see.
We'll figure it. You'll figure it out.
I'll figure it out.
No, adulting is hard. It's hard.
It's very ghetto. The worst
Yes.
ghetto I've ever been in.
Yes. But I can't wait to settle in, kind of, and to be less stressed with that type of stuff, so that I can go back to doing stuff, because it's hard.
I just be thinking, like, and I'm in this weird cycle where it's like, oh, I know I should pack, but, like, oh, my God, it's just too stressful to think about packing, and it's like, oh, my God, like, now, like, I had a whole, like, plan in my head, like, oh, I'm going to pack a little 30 minutes every day. By the time we get to this point, I should be, like, golden.
And you really need to be on it, because you don't be here as much, so,
I'm very stressed.
As long as, I think I'm scared of repeating what we did last year, so, because we do have that extra time, because I know I'll be out early, so there's still, like, 6 days to move, but that don't mean I want to.
I don't want to use those 6 days, okay? I mean, it's just ghetto.
Yeah, it's hard.
Would not recommend.
So
And we got a lot of shit in this house.
Yeah, and it's only been a year. So,
Is
that what's good with you?
Yeah, I've just been like packing and I have not been packing, but I've been thinking about it. Try not to stress about it, so then I'll just sit and get in this cycle, sit on the couch and watch TV and then go to bed. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's usually your plan.
It's usually how it goes. Like, I should go home and pack, but when I get home, like, I should sit here and relax a little bit. Because I just worked all day.
Yeah.
And then I get to this point, I'm not packed.
Yeah. I think this weather. Oh, I forgot to mention, yesterday was the first day of fall. So
That's why we have
our themed drinks, yes.
Our fall drink.
But I think that weather too, like, it has been.
Yeah, it's been
hard.
really rainy here and like just cold.
It's funky and ghetto. Like, I just want to kind of hibernate.
I know. I just want to cuddle up and just not do anything.
Yeah.
So. Yeah. So on this. Oh wait. Actually, so we was through last week's episode. Last week's episode we talked about dating in 2020 and the struggles we face. Jumping into the online dating world, especially during COVID, and the quarantine lockdown. My experience was very ghetto. Rach was fortunate enough to get out before it got too ghetto. She got to experience some of the ghetto, but it was
just a little bit.
Very ghetto.
Just a little bit of the hood.
A little bit. I did say that I would consider trying it again, so we'll see how that goes. So
yeah, go ahead and watch that video if you haven't already.
Yeah.
And this week, we're going to be talking about our experience to kind of piggyback off the 2020. We're going to be talking about our experience in 2021, which is now. So, You want to start?
I don't really know. Like,
okay.
What does dating in 2021 look like for you?
I just asked if you wanted to start. Now you asked me a question. But
Yeah,
all right, I'll answer.
I don't know. I'm trying to catch up.
Let me get a sip first.
I gotta get a little tipsy to have these Tipsy Talkx.
Okay. It's the caramel every time.
Mm-hmm. And I was looking at my lip gloss.
Yeah.
I
keep looking it off. So it is good, but it is messy, just so you know, for this drink.
Or maybe she just did it really messy.
That could be it too. Thanks.
But it's good.
So for 2021, that's been this year.
Yes.
I think in the beginning, I was off dating apps at that point, and I started talking to a person again, who I am with now. But we got back together like a month. What month are we in?
September.
Okay, so about a month ago. Honestly, I don't remember when. A month or two ago.
Mm-hmm.
But we kind of were talking before then. But I think in the beginning, I was trying to kind of like self-date, focus on me. Because I know I wasn't really in a position where I wanted to date. So I guess it all has to do with like your intention of being on apps. I think with us, how we mentioned, it was good refresher during COVID. Also trying to just be able to talk and, you know, get that, I guess, social still continue to go. But I think that like I realized I wasn't in a position, even if I am on a dating app and I meet somebody, I wasn't even going to be in a position to be like a good girlfriend. And so tried the self-dating thing and stuff. So I didn't really do much dating apps or much dating complete, or I guess dating multiple people or anything like that, or you know, new people. Just I guess dating the same person. It sounds weird, but yeah. How has yours been as a recap?
Well, yeah, I kind of like started off like self-dating as well. Just to like find, you know, figure out what I want, what I'm looking for.
They're not bad.
I did have. Are they good?
Yeah, they're not bad. Okay. Sorry, the donuts.
I did have a person that I was talking to, and you know, honestly, I didn't feel like I wanted to be with that person, but we had things in common. So I kind of, you know, obviously, I kind of just stuck like, hey, like this is a happy place for me. Like, not really a happy place, but not a person. But like, this is a safe space. Safe space, like he was like a safe space, like I can go back in, which obviously I know it sounds very toxic and crazy, but it was a safe space that I could just go back to and not have to, you know, I already knew what I was getting myself into. Like it wasn't something new. You know, I already knew. We already knew.
It's the comfort.
Yes, it was definitely a comfort spot.
Ooh.
So, you know, obviously dealing with that person, and now I have, I mean, honestly, I've kind of weaned off talking to this person. That's how kind of weaned off. Like I've kind of like lowered how much I talk to this person now. We still are in communication, but
well, it's a comfortable spot for you, so you kind of do have to wean off, because if you used him as like not a crush, but you know, like as a rock or whatever, then you would have to kind of wean off. So.
Yeah, I just realized like, you know, like it's wrong of me to still deal with this person knowing that he wants more and I don't see more with us together. So I just been kind of like, you know, finding myself a little bit and still being open to the process. Like I went on a couple dates and, you know, met some people, but nothing very serious.
Yeah.
So besides like obviously my like little comfort zone.
Would you even want something serious if it came anyways?
That is a good question. I don't know. I think I'm open to the idea of something serious.
That's the funny thing. Like I don't think that people really consider like what they actually want. You know, like everybody's like, why are you on the dating apps? And we're like, just to see where it goes. That was our like famous, just to see where it goes. We don't really know this, but like you need to know, and you need to kind of establish that. I think it's important.
I think I'm open to, because I think I'm at a point now where I don't really know what I want, and I think that's okay. Like
it is.
It's okay for me not to know, and you know, I want to use dating as a way to figure out what I want, figure out what I will and what I accept. Like I have an idea of things that I want and what I will and what I accept, but sometimes you don't know about these things until you actually like start dealing with a person, or you know, get in those situations. Like it's easy to say like what you would do about in a situation, but if you're not in that situation, it's much harder to gauge it. You guys see what I'm saying?
Kind of. Elaborate.
Oh my god, I don't feel like that was elaborate. I feel like I'm open. I'm in a state now where I'm open to, you know, maybe something serious, or you know.
Well, how can you be open to something serious if you're really not putting yourself out there to be open to something serious?
I'm open to the possibility of putting myself in a situation where something could get serious.
Okay.
So that's why I said I was open to it. I might try dating apps again. Who knows? I could find something serious there, or somebody that wants something serious, and then I can reevaluate what it is I want. But I think I'm in a
So wait, space. you're waiting until somebody approaches you to tell you they want something serious to decide if you want it or not?
No, I'm just saying I'm open. Like I don't know. I'm open. Now if it's like
I think being open isn't gonna always, because then it seems like the other person is just gonna always get hurt. Does that make sense?
I get what you're saying. I think I'm just okay. So when I say I'm open, I'm just. Before I used to be very closed off, like I don't want nothing serious. Like I'm not in that mind state. And now I feel like since I've been like going to therapy and like talking about these things, like I feel like I'm in a more open state that if something serious was to happen, like okay, I can be like dating someone and you know things could get serious, or I could just be dating someone. Like if things got serious, the old me would probably just revert back. Like no. Where the old me, the new me might be like, oh, I'm not saying it's a new me, but I'm just saying like this mind state might be like, okay, well I'm open to the possibility. I don't want to make no promises, but I'm open to, you know. So like I'm not gonna refuse something serious or run away from something serious this time. Where before I would just be like, serious who?
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah.
I think that's why I say I'm open. I don't want to say I'm ready for something serious, because I mean I've still got a lot of work to do, you know, work on, but I'm open to the possibility that if something comes along and I'm interested in making it serious, then I can voice that and be open to it.
Because you're open.
Okay.
No, it makes sense, and it's good to hear like the progression with that. Because I know probably just last year you were kind of like no, or even not too long ago, not even just last year,
a month ago.
Yeah.
I was like,
so
commitment who?
Right.
Serious?
But I mean, it's not even like you said, for you to not know, it's still okay, and it's okay for you to even not even be ready for that. So,
yeah.
But I just find it funny. How we just kind of go into these things, putting ourselves in situations where we don't know possibly what we want, but then when it approaches us, then we kind of run. But it's like you were on a dating app talking to this guy. You thought nobody was gonna approach you and want to possibly go on dates with you and all. Like I get
I'm open to the dating part. It's just
but it's a lot. I think it is a lot too. Mm-hmm. And obviously being in that situation, it's gonna bring different feelings than.
And you also don't want to be the person that like comes into it with the baggage and like.
Right.
You know, like you want to come into it like, you know, with a clear head and like with your shit together, but like
come in healed. That's some adult shit.
Mm-hmm. So you don't want to be the person that comes in like with the baggage, like you know, like dang, I had to end up with the friend with all the drama, like
yeah,
you know. So open, still not sure yet, but I'm okay with that.
Well, So I mean, I guess you haven't been on dating apps, so I can't ask if it's been more difficult.
Not really. But so on the lines of actually dating, since you are actually past the dating stage, right?
I think you're always in a dating stage. I just had this conversation with him too.
But like you've advanced past like the normal dating stage. Yeah. You're in a relationship dating stage, which is different, right? Okay. Mm-hmm. So, would you say that you're dating to marry now?
Not you put me on the spot.
Well, okay. Dating to marry. Like, how do you feel about that?
I ain't mind my business licking this caramel off my cup. Y'all dating to marry? Let me keep licking this caramel because it's good.
She's talking about commitment issues. We about to get it done. Okay. Because she coming at me with like, if I want a serious relationship.
I think the thing is like a lot of people try to press to you when you're older to date to marry, or you're wasting your time if not. I think the only me and my boyfriend situation.
It's weird to say hey.
That's funny saying that. Our situation is different, so that could be more in question because of our history compared to if it was something new with somebody.
Yeah.
But everybody, like if we hadn't been together or didn't have years together or whatever, and also a child, so if it was just a completely different situation, we always put the pressure when we're in a relationship or seeking to be in a relationship with someone, it's for the intent of marriage. And you can't just date to get to know people or have fun or learn experience or just live life. I think as you get older, people try to imply that. I don't think I really did that too much because I've always been like more serious stuff. So I think that's more okay just seeing that. But me personally, knowing that I am, monogamous, or what is it? The person who's always in a long-term relationship.
I know what you're saying, but I don't know what it is.
I can't remember the term because actually I think it was in Shan's book too, the term. Just the person who's always kind of in longer-term relationships. When they actually are in relationships, they usually tend to be long ones. It's not like I'm always in a relationship every year or whatever, but the ones I do end up in are usually long, and so I don't know if I'm avoiding your question.
You are,
but I get that is the intent for our situation because we're different. But I don't know when.
If it was in a different situation.
If it was a different situation and it wasn't him, then I wouldn't say yes. Okay. I wouldn't say yes because I don't even think. You know, it's funny because I was like 25 when we were last together, and I was like, I was 24. I was like, we need to be married by 25. No, 23. I was 23. I was like, we need to be married by 25. And all this other crazy shit that I thought, like having kids and all this other stuff. I knew my mom was older, so I wanted to have kids young. And all these things that I had, and then here comes me getting pregnant when we were together at 25. But no.
Hey, you want to keep my 25, sis? You did.
Then I wanted to be married by 25. The kid was supposed to come after. But nevertheless, like, I wouldn't have been ready for me. So I'm not even ready for a kid. I'm fucking 28.
I know I'm not ready for a kid, okay?
And I definitely wasn't ready for marriage, and I'm not ready for marriage now.
And that's okay.
So, but it's just funny the timelines we put ourselves on when we're younger, to actually be at that position. Because now that we're closer to 30, like 30 ain't even that fucking old. Because we used to think people was like grandmas at 30. No.
Oh, okay.
30 is the new whatever. 21.
Period.
21. So we can be able to drink.
Period.
At the bars because we was drinking anyway. But to be able to drink at the bars.
So, I mean, I guess that makes sense though. Like, I mean, obviously we know, well, you guys don't know my answer, but we know my answer. I'm not dating to marry. I actually...
As you shouldn't be.
Yeah, like, I'm in a state now, like, kind of what you were saying, like, we shouldn't put that pressure on, like, dating, marry, and, like, you know, I'm in a state now where I want to enjoy life and I want to have fun and, you know, I want to experience things. Like, I don't, you know, like, marriage is not in my, like, near future.
So you don't ever think you want to get married?
I don't know.
Since we calling people out.
I don't know. I actually don't really believe in marriage. So
it's a good donut.
We don't gotta go into details right now, but you know, I'm on the fence about marriage. So That's also why I'm not dating to marry. I'm dating for an experience, a learning experience, and experience life. You know, when you date certain people, you learn certain things.
Yeah, I know.
And that's something I learned this year. Like, I've dated people who, or interacted with people who are not from like my same background, or things that I'm used to, and the things I've learned from those people. I'm like, oh shoot. It's kind of like stuff like, oh, you see stuff on TV and you're like, people don't really go through that. And it's like, oh no, like people really do. You know, and it be the people you least expect, honestly. So that is my take on marriage. But, we can talk about that another time because
it's okay though, because I think a lot of people in our generation,
we're not even 30. Like,
well, a lot of people in our generation are steering away from the normal societal things too. So even dating, I think even with dating, a
lot of people in our generations are getting married and having kids.
No, a lot of people aren't, and they're not even trying to have kids.
I'm not, but
there's a lot of people who aren't trying to have kids. There was a decline at one period because a lot of people our age, they would have already had families. Back in the day, they would have already had families established. And
I was scrolling the other day and I was like, "Ooh, new baby."
Of course, you seeing them, but it's not in the whole population and not in general, just on your fucking timeline, bitch. But like in general, there's a decline in that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think we got enough people in the world right now, anyway. So
what? Okay.
We got to, bro. We got to have, like, every time I drive home with traffic, like, there gotta be enough people in the world already, right?
A decent amount gonna die soon.
I'm gonna drink my
old
tea.
age
because that's crazy. So, what do you want to have? You got something?
Mm-hmm.
You got something to say?
Everything's so small, I can't see it. Well, I guess since you're the only one dating, are you putting yourself in a setting to date? So,
honestly, no.
Yeah, okay.
I go to work and I go home. Usually, if I'm out, it's with the same people, and I'm there to, have fun with those people, and I'm not really looking at the other crowd. The other crowd. So I don't think I'm putting myself, like, if I was.
Well, I think going out puts yourself in a position because you're still in a social setting.
Barely.
That's what you're talking about, right?
I do go out, but like just barely. Maybe with my own brother.
What?
I like hanging out with my own brother.
Going out?
No, I'm hanging out with him because he can't.
Negro, going out. We're talking about going out.
Oh, okay. Sorry, my brother was. He's not 100% right now, so I've been like.
He's not 100%.
Hanging out, basically babysitting him. Don't tell him I said that because he would be like, I don't need a babysitter. But
when you going out and doing stuff, like how you were just at brunch, that's putting yourself in positions because you're going out.
Actually, I was just at brunch. I actually did meet somebody at brunch.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying.
But okay, that was the most recent time I put myself out. Like before that, like I have not been out in a setting where I could actually like put myself in a setting to meet new people. Because I'm in the setting of people I'm already around, and obviously I'm not dating them. So,
I mean,
brunches recently, that was something new. And we'll see how they go. Maybe I might update y'all. Maybe I might not.
So. I mean, if that's something, I know you personally don't, I guess, I think you did mention in the last video, so it's okay if I guess, bring it up, how you would prefer to meet someone in person. And
yes.
And you don't prefer dating apps, so if you prefer to meet someone in person, you have to put yourself in positions to meet someone in person or be intentional with it. All right.
It's a lot of effort. Like, I get what you're saying, and that's very true. But
and of course, it's easier said than done. I already know that, but
the effort of actually putting myself in a setting to meet other people and progress that is a lot of effort. Y'all understand what I'm saying?
It's going back to effort.
Like, even if I did put myself in the setting.
I don't keep eating these donuts.
Even if I did put myself in the setting, says the person that was like,
I know. What's today? Apples and caramel. Apples.
Putting myself in a setting to meet people and then actually like allowing myself to connect with these people. That's the progression. Right. Because I could be in a setting and ha he and like, oh, what's your number? I said, ooh. But, you know, if I actually do, like,
why don't you give out your number? You always... What's the...
I don't always give out my number.
Yes, you do. Ask for it. She'll give it.
Oh, I'll give you a fake number. I'm not gonna lie. I'll give you a fake number. So you
then why are you doing
all
that
the stuff? Do you not see social media? Well, it's not popular right now, but I had a nightmare once. Remember that time I told you I was having those nightmares?
You was having those for a minute.
Those nightmares were like guys be like asking girls for their numbers, and then like all of a sudden they be like, oh, well, you know, like, and then boom, shoot them in the face or something. Like, you know, and that's how I'm like,
I know what you mean though.
I give you my number. I'm gonna give you my number. Say less. Sure, here you go. Just call it. Go ahead, go call it. I'm gonna go over here and get my phone for my friend. So I will give you a fake number. I ain't gonna lie.
What if they call it right in front of you?
And I'm like, oh, my phone dead.
Because that's what people... Meanwhile, they see your phone ain't dead, and you got two in your hand.
I always only got one in my hand, so the other one's always put away. If you see me with two phones, then you already know I got two phones. People, if you don't, you just
Apple.
If you always see me, you know I don't got two phones.
Are you gonna eat these donuts?
Mm-mm.
I'm really hungry. Sorry.
Go ahead. I'm eating my apple though.
Oh, look at you being healthy, bitch. Okay.
I got this medicine.
Well, I guess since you clearly are picky and choosy, you should for sure. But it's more so. Do you think it's okay to? Well, not okay, but like, why entertain somebody like when in person if you know you're not interested? Is it because you don't want to get shot? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't want to get shot.
Avoiding the rejection for them because you know how it can blow up in your face with you know how guys get all sensitive when they get rejected, so it can end up blowing up in your face. So
honestly, I'm not even gonna lie. Like, if I usually am in a setting to meet other people, there's obviously alcohol involved. So with the alcohol, I'm just a friendly person.
She is a flirt when she's on drinking alcohol. And then when she's sober, they probably be like, where's this? You don't even want to talk to me.
What happened, sis? You responded 3 days. Oh, my bad. It's the alcohol.
You gotta keep that same energy, girl.
I'm sorry. The alcohol really be having me like, oh my God. Like, ah. And then once I sober out, I'll be like, what'd you just say? Where'd you even get my number?
Well, I mean, then if you're putting yourself, well, I guess, I don't know.
Because I more than likely came to the event because of the alcohol, not the people.
Okay.
Fair. So,
unusual. But if you're putting yourself in position to meet people, it's not like clicking. I'm not understanding.
I have to put the two and two together. I haven't got that far yet. You know, I'm still, I haven't got that far in life yet that I have not, like, oh, okay, maybe I should, if I entertain this person, maybe I might be interested, but, like, blame it on the alcohol. Ain't that what T-Pain said?
He did.
Yup. Blame it on alcohol, because that's why I'm here. And that's how you got the chance to meet me,
So do you think your ideal person has changed then? Like, do you think you even want to meet a person in a bar? Because I'll tell you, we met at fucking Whiskey Barrel of all fucking places. Oh, you don't even know that. Do you know that place?
No.
I heard about it. It was a country bar, and then all the college students, there was college night on Wednesdays. And it was my best friend at the time's birthday. And we were there celebrating. He literally walked in, talked to me, then left. And that was it. So
I don't know if I wanted to meet someone.
You don't want to meet someone out?
I don't know. It's kind of a struggle because it's like I met some. Okay, I met somebody who one of the guys I was on the dating app that we actually went on a couple of dates, and he didn't drink. Mm-hmm. So, and obviously, if you know me, I like to drink. Obviously, we're having Tipsy Talk. And I still would order a drink around him or something like that, but I didn't want to be like, it also felt kind of weird too because, like, I want a partner I can drink with. I like to drink, so I want you to at least tolerate to like to drink. You know,
yeah,
like
it's gonna be weird around.
it's weird because I'm gonna drink. Like I'm not gonna stop drinking. I mean, not like I'm an alcoholic or anything, but like I mean, having a glass of champagne or wine or
not just out.
I said champagne. I said champagne because it's who drink. But you know, a glass of wine or a little Truly here and there. You know, like take a couple shots. Like I want somebody that can do that with me. Like I'm not trying to sit and enjoy a movie, drinking and you're sitting there sober looking at me like
she don't want to be sober.
I want to be sober,
and I get it, sis, because who the fuck hope you? Like why? I'm not about to be because I will. I don't
want to. You know,
you're gonna be
alter
annoyed.
myself for another person. So
well, it's uncomfortable for you, and I think you get self-conscious because, like, you know how some people, if you're sober, you've been sober around drunk people, and you know it could be annoying. They don't even have to be obnoxious, but just because you're sober, you're gonna be so annoyed. And then here I am gonna be thinking, damn, I'm probably annoying the fuck out of him. Just because I'm buzzed a little bit and I'm like, on your head, you don't want to be like that.
Yeah, like I want somebody that like the things that I like. I mean, we don't have to like all the things, but like
liquor.
Like I like to drink. Obviously, we're having Tipsy Talk because she likes to drink and I like to drink, so duh. But it was just weird to interact. Not really interact, but like kind of. I mean, I would say we were kind of dating. We went on several dates and like had consistent communication. And he didn't drink. So like I would order a drink at the restaurant and he would he would be like, oh, it's fine, like da-da-da.
Oh, what's the name?
And it's just weird because I'm like, dang, I want somebody that can drink with me.
Well, if I want to get annoyed, I think too they do that weird judgment thing.
Yeah, like
I don't like that.
You are doing something that I don't do and I'm not saying anything to you about it. So if I'm doing something that you don't do, don't say nothing to me.
Like people who smoke all the time.
Yeah, like I'm not a smoker. You smoke, I drink. So if I'm drinking, smoke. Fine, do your thing.
You're not saying you're not talking shit about that. It's just, yeah.
So I don't know. Like it kind of puts a thing like, do I want to meet somebody in a social setting? Because obviously, like if I meet you in a social setting, we're probably both drinking, and your personality could change. Because I know my personality changes.
Right.
Or it could honestly be like,
where you gonna meet them? In the library? I'm confused, sis. Like,
never said the library. I don't know.
Like you don't want to meet them at the mall. You don't want to meet them in a social setting. I know you're not about to try to meet them at church. So where are we going? A restaurant? Were they probably on a date? Like,
I mean, I said I don't mind me. Actually, I mean,
but the social setting does make. The social setting does make sense though, because like you said, how you could possibly be different when you're drinking, and it could be the same, and then. But I mean, that could be a good connection then. At least you guys get along when you're drinking. You just gotta see it when you're sober.
I can't talk to you if you're sober. Sorry. We need you drinking. Actually, I mean, well, I guess because the social setting. I met somebody in a social setting because we went to brunch. Mm-hmm. So I met this person, and so far, we'll see how things go.
What does that mean?
We'll see how things go. Bro, it's been like what 2 days.
No, today's I don't know what day of the week.
It's been longer. It's been a couple days, so we'll see.
I don't know what that means. Like, are you still talking?
Drink.
I don't have nothing to say. She don't want me to ask her questions.
We'll see how things go.
You brought it up.
I mean, well, I met. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of people I've met are like in obviously social settings.
Right. They more than likely are because there's no other in person. Besides, I mean, like if somebody stop you at a store, but I hate when people like when you're wearing a mask.
Like, sir, shut up. Ooh. People be like, smile. You know how the guys be like walking to you at the gas station, like, oh, you need to smile. You're stupid. Like, sir,
you get the finger,
please. Unless you want to come over here and put my gas, shut up.
Okay. And even then, still shut the fuck up while you're doing it.
Mm-hmm. Reimburse me for the $20 I just put in my tank.
Mm-hmm. Not $20.
Like,
well, do you think so? I guess. Well, you have been dating-ish, so
kinda. Not really. I mean, not really. Like, I kind of like am at a point now where I kind of like just ignore people. Like, I haven't been responding to people.
I don't know how to respond to that, bitch. Like, what?
I just don't, like, I'm at a point now where I just don't feel like talking to people, like.
So then you're not interested in your prospects?
Nope. Okay. Even comfort zone.
As you should. No, that's fine.
Comfort zone, I really just like, yeah, no. Okay.
That's fine, because there's a disinterest there, and you don't want to entertain it. Yeah.
It should be. Because
that's fine. You do have the right to do that shit, too. Because clearly it hasn't gone nowhere in any of the situations.
You're correct.
So.
Okay, so do you have a list of what type of person what type of partner you want?
Give me a second. I might sneeze.
Or do you believe in lists of the type of partner you want?
Sorry, my allergies are tripping. I do have a list.
Finally, it's not me for those.
I know. Looking at the light is kind of making me like tickle. I think we did make a, no, did we make a list?
I think we did.
I think we made a list like maybe last year, but of course I think things have changed from that. And in a broader scope, I think just the person of or the type of person I would date, or the qualifications of like ideal candidate or whatever, somebody I would want to be in a relationship with, has changed since. I don't have a list right now, an updated list. I probably should be making one of all the things that I want or that matter, because that'll also, obviously I'm in a relationship, but that could pinpoint the things that are important to me, and if it's some things missing, if it's not being worked on, or I think it's also important to bring that up in conversation with the person too, to have an open conversation with. So even if you are with somebody and you do have a list and there's something like that they don't have on it, it's worth bringing up that conversation for something that if it's even something they're working on, because that could also be something. I know actually we did have a conversation where we ended up making a list. It wasn't a list of things we want, but we ended up making a list of things that we wanted to work on for ourselves and what we wanted to see work on for each other, if that makes any sense. So we have a list of the things that need progression, but we haven't gotten to the good the good list yet, honestly. Where we point out like the good or the strengths that we want. But I mean, the things I think that we need to work on, or that we each know we need to work on, is what has been highlighted and what's important for now, to make sure, because then obviously once it's on there, it's good and everything's like good, then it can get added to the good list once we even get to that point. So I don't have a specific list then to really answer your question, but working on the things I want. I just know what I don't necessarily want, or what I don't like in a partner. Yeah. So
you have things that you won't settle on.
Yeah. So I have things I don't settle on, but I don't have the manifestation list of a partner. I don't have that. But obviously I think it's similar.
Important, but like
having things you don't like, because clearly then you know what you do want. If you don't like that type of stuff, you obviously want the opposite. But it is important too to have that list of things that you do want in a partner, or the manifestation list or whatever.
Yeah.
So
honestly, I feel like I need to make a new one, because we did that a year ago.
Yeah. It was at the old place, and I don't even know, because I think it was after. Was it from Shein or no?
I think it might be from Shein. But
so you're not gonna eat this donut?
Didn't give me a chance to say yes or no.
No.
I feel like I need to make an updated list, because I was skeptical about making a list, because obviously I knew at that point I didn't want it serious, so I was skeptical, kind of like, should I make this list or should I not make this list? But I think now I'm in the. That's exactly what you get, because you didn't give me a chance.
I'm gonna eat it.
I think now I'm interested to see how obviously my views on certain things have changed, obviously, as I'm growing and learning and, explore myself more. But I'm curious to see.
Yeah.
Maybe that could be something we could do. Make a list of what we...
yeah, that would be good.
What type of partner we want.
Need to do it.
We both need updated lists, obviously, so that can be something interesting.
And it's putting it out there.
Put it in the universe, manifesting it.
Period.
Like, hey, obviously this is what I'm looking for. So it's either you with it or you not. Period.
Well, still open conversation that can be had. So it's not you with it or
Whatever, y'all get the picture, right?
Just open communication. It brings that. So,
do you think there's rules to dating?
That's an interesting question. I don't think there's necessarily rules because each situation is different.
I would agree.
So that's kind of I don't know. I don't think there's any rules because nothing is going to be set in stone. Like each situation is different, and so there can't be a one size fits all.
Yeah, I feel like your connection with a person makes things different. You know, like I could be dating, you know, two different separate people for like both the same amount of time, but like my connection with one person may be stronger than my connection with the other person. So obviously we may have done more things. It's like obviously went on more dates and had deeper conversations opposed to someone else I had like very baseline conversations with or very minimum dates with, even though they were doing the same time frame.
Right. Oh gosh, it's funny because I was like, dang, multiple people, but dating. You know what I'm saying? Like the dating.
It's caramel in my glasses.
How did that happen?
I like tipped the cup all the way.
The terms of dating. Oh no, I just hit my head. Oh gosh, it's smeared.
Wearing glasses is hard.
Okay, you see this glare? We tried. And this caramel was good.
Okay, well, we're just gonna have caramel on the face, but yeah, I mean, obviously, I don't put all my eggs in one basket, so.
And I was the type to do that because I didn't want to. So I don't think there is a set because I mean everybody's different too. Like I know people said you shouldn't because then you're putting all of your hopes into this working out or whatever. But I mean each person is different on what they can even juggle. Because they don't want to move on to the next. Like I'm not gonna. I personally know it's too much for me. I'm not responding to multiple people. I'm not.
Man,
that's another thing with dating apps too that was hard. Like having too many conversations when it's just
I barely remember the one, sir. So
I'm trying to check out.
I be texting my mama and supposed to be texting somebody else. Like, oh shoot, my bad, ma. Sorry, didn't mean to.
It's just too much. I don't like it. I don't want it, and I don't know. It may sound, and I know that's a part of the dating realm and the dating app scene.
But lucky you're out because I don't really like it either. Like I'm not a huge texter, so. Effective that that's why I kind of revert back always to my comfort person, like because I know it's not good and it's obviously toxic or whatever, but whatever y'all want to call it, but I did it because like I could talk to this person and they know exactly what I'm saying, like they know exactly how to take it because we've had that interaction, like there is no misjudgment or like, oh, how would this person take it or anything, and that's also the struggles that also come with online dating or dating new people because it's like this person, comfort zone know that I don't like texting. So if I don't respond to a text message, you won't be in your feelings about it. Like you'll understand like, oh, she might be busy or, she might not have seen it or whatever. But like another person might be like, oh, this person might not be interested. Like, all these things, all these theories that could come up. And it's like,
it's like forming that bond and getting to know someone is effort. And a lot of people don't really want to put that effort in, and I think that's also why things don't literally last as long. Also, with dating apps, people think they have too many fucking options, and that grass is greener type of bullshit when it really isn't. Like,
yeah,
I'm not saying settle, but I think that we think that there's so many people out there looking for people and there's like with the sites you can just swipe and have multiple conversations going and stuff that you have too many options. And I mean in reality that's really not the case because they might be options but they're really not viable or like sustainable options in reality. But it just depends on what you want. If you're just looking for a distraction type of vibe or just a situation where you're trying to have someone to do stuff with, like travel, adventure, whatever the fuck, like everybody, like there's different components, so it doesn't matter at the end of the day if it's one of those categories. But I think it's more so about the sustainable long-term relationships where too many options is a problem to me. But
honestly, like it can be overwhelming. Like everybody say like don't put all your eggs in one basket, but it's like that's also very overwhelming. Like
Yeah, I'm not doing it. I never
texting
really
or talking
to
multiple people, like, I'm not gonna lie, I mix the conversation up because one, I already don't like texting, and my phone give me the notification at the top, so I'm just responding to the message. So
you also don't save numbers. That's the problem too. You gotta include that.
I don't save numbers. Because I'm only gonna save your number if it's worth it. Like, what am I have all 50 million contacts collecting dust for?
I do that.
Exactly. That's why she can't delete them all.
I know.
I don't even know
so
who you
hard.
are because that means I
you
can easily
edit, go scroll all the way down and then delete.
I don't even know who you are because I can easily just swipe delete. I don't gotta go through that. I can delete the whole thread. Who cares? I ain't going back. I barely looked through the messages in the first place. So swipe, delete.
That's true.
Like, I don't got time to go try to delete you from my contacts and no. All right, no. You taking up too much space at this point.
Good.
And it is what it is. So I'm just gonna respond to whatever message I get and hope for the best.
So in summary,
don't text me because I don't say.
I don't know if she's dating or not. I'm very confused. I'm not gonna lie. I'm getting mixed vibes. Like, her 2020 experiences. So confusing.
It's very ghetto.
And we still got some months left to be more confused. Cause what?
I'm open to dating, but I'm still learning. I'm open, but I'm still learning. Like, this dating process is a new experience.
Right.
It's not the same. Like, it's a new experience, and there's so many variables now. Like, if I met somebody in person, then they can obviously, determine like my tone and.
It's coming, but.
Bless you. Oh, bless you.
Hey,
for once, it's not me.
Oh my gosh, I've been waiting for that sneeze.
Obviously, I meet somebody in person, they are more able to adjust to my tone and like, like my humor. But like, if I meet somebody online, like they have to. It's a little bit longer process to adjust to those things, or even for me to adjust to their tone or their, like choice of words. So I'm like, what? Like,
well, if you're meeting somebody in person in a setting where you're drinking, which is normal, which is okay, won't you not know the same? Won't you have to adjust the same?
Yes, but I feel like it's a little bit different.
Okay.
Like online, like the online presence is just so difficult. Like, it's difficult for me because I'm not even an online type of person. Like, even my social medias don't have a regular update or like.
I think that's the biggest thing for us. We already don't share much about ourselves online.
Yeah, and then like being online,
here we are talking online, but
man, we're learning. But then also like trying to date somebody and be open enough to respond to somebody via online. It's just kind of it's a weird place for me. For me at least, like it's a weird place because like one, I already don't respond to people like. And if I'm interested in somebody, obviously I would have to show that I'm interested by being consistent in communication. But like, I still don't do that. Like, I sometimes respond to my mama, and she be calling me. So,
see why I'm confused. So dating for me has been okay.
It's open for me. Like, it may not be open for you, but it's open for me. My idea of open is that I may respond to you within 1 to 2 business days. And
that's an important lesson because everybody has like different views on what certain stuff means.
Yeah.
So like what's open for her is different from what's open to me, and it's gonna be for you. So that's the importance of communication as well. Mm-hmm. So if you take anything, just be clearly communicative.
I do try to communicate clearly. Like, I'm looking for this or that.
You're looking for what?
I'm just
saying
communication.
Sir, like it. I'm open to whatever happens. We was in the same boat.
But I'm like, I tell people.
We do the same shit. That's what I'm saying.
I tell people too, like, hey, I'm not a big texter. Like.
Okay.
So that if I don't respond to your message, you can't be upset because I let you know, like, hey, I'm not a big texter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like, and that's important.
Most of my family don't even text me no more.
That's important.
Because they know I'm not going to respond.
Yeah. She don't.
She don't need the fuck.
Yes, the fuck I do. When
She'll delete your notification.
No, I won't.
She'll look at it like,
Lie again. I don't like notifications in the bar, but I keep it unread. Like, I hate...
Yeah,
I hate unread notifications, though, so I will still read it.
3 days later.
No, lie again. I might not respond at that second, but I'm going to read it. Or open it. I might open it. Actually, it's not going to be reading it. I'm opening it because I hate unread notifications.
She will open it and still
They
respond.
drive me insane. Like, and I don't like these type of things. Oh, how do you get there?
The swipe, like the notification.
Yes.
The swipe down
Clear.
notification.
I clear everything because I don't like any of that.
I don't mind them. I just keep it moving. I'll clear all the whole notification.
Talk about anxiety. No.
I'll clear the whole notification screen. What text message? Never got it.
See, sick.
Never got it.
Don't text her.
And then I'll have to go through my actual text messages like, oh.
Yeah.
You text me? My bad.
Sick.
Very sickening. But, that's me. It works for me. Whatever works for her, works for her.
Shut the fuck up.
We're different people.
Sick.
So,
sick.
Just like y'all, different people from us. So, different things work for y'all.
Yes, true. So, I think in conclusion, wrapping up.
Yes.
You're working on it. Your definition of
open is different from others, but it's
okay. But her definition of open is still
willing to pursue different opportunities.
Yes. Okay.
Yes. That's a good way of putting it. Right?
That is. Yes. So go ahead and hear her DMs. No, I'm just kidding.
Please don't. I don't respond. Clearly. We'll not respond.
Oh yeah, don't do that. It don't be in our DMs either.
Just call me. I won't answer either, but go ahead. Do your thing. Shoot your shot.
Sick. And
in closing, that is our 2021 dating experience and where we are now. Let us know how 2021 dating is for you. So go ahead and comment below, like, subscribe, and also follow us on IG at LeshxRach. And tune in every week on Thursdays.
Thursdays.
For a new episode.
Yes.
I would cheers, but we drank it all. So,
all right, cheers.
Bye.